from Lumen Field in Seattle. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington football team.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
Gibson here running out of the gun. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 4 catches, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, This was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Cortland Sutton. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a first carry for their fullback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Javonte Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's Gibson. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 104 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Williams, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. With a grab over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 4. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a throw here, hauled in. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Shoves him away. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll look to throw again, and that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turn into a heck of a DB, though, partner. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports halftime report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The front office all smiles when the ink went dry on this new contract.
Not only them, how about the coaching staff? Because oftentimes the front office, the coaching staff may have different opinions about the value of a player. I think everyone was in sync on this one. He's a guy that they needed to keep. That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. On second down, Williams. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. He'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how's he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 148 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Seahawks take back over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at time, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Williams running left. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And after that play, we've got an injury, and it appears to be to Courtland Sutton. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. They'll set up to throw. And throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he's got it. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's brought down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now back to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And he's got this to Jefferson. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the slant completes to Sutton. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.